Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace. I'm back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about manifesting from the God state. I asked the members in my Patreon what they would like to talk about, and this was kind of the main consensus. God state and accepting yourself above all things, all situations and circumstances. So we're going to talk about that today. If you are new here, I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. Here I talk about law of assumption, manifestation, all that good stuff. So if you are into those topics, I'd love to have you be a part of the channel. I do coaching one-on-one and group. For next month, we will be doing a group coaching on specific person manifestation. So if you would like support with that, then I'd love to help. I'd love to have you there. The link is in the description for that as well, and details about all those things. Okay. So yeah. Let's see. Other than that, let's jump into the video. Let's talk about the God state. Hello, everybody coming in. Hi, Daisha. Hi, Natoya. Hi, Ty. I missed you guys too. I was out of town this weekend. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Soulflower. Hi, Mama Kay. Hi, Mika. Thank you, beautiful. Hi, Anonymous. I'll get to your questions in a minute, you guys, okay? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Summer. Hi, Noosh. Okay. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, so they were asking in a lot of different ways. Thank you, Erica. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ty. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I love you guys. Okay. You were in Atlanta last Saturday? Oh my gosh. That's awesome, Natoya. I hope you had a great time. All right, you guys. So let's talk about the God state. Okay. Manifesting from the God state. First of all, understand that this is not something that you become, it's something that you realize, okay? It's something that you are. Being God is not something that you can become. It's something that you realize, and you realize by letting go of the identification with illusion and the identification with limitation, okay? So right now, all of you guys here, most of you probably know about manifestation. You guys know that you're creating your reality, and you know to some extent that you're the operant power. But all of us, each of us, have a place that we cut that off, that we say, yeah, I'm the operant power to parking spaces, but not to money. Or yes, I'm operant power to money, but not to SP. Or yes, I'm operant power to SP, but not to my health. Or yes, so on and so on, okay? And it doesn't really matter, because you can see that the same person is saying all of that, right? The person that's saying, I'm supreme to parking spaces, but not to money, is the one that is saying that. The person that is saying, I'm supreme to money, but not to SP, is the one that's saying that. You can see that even in your limitation, you guys. This is like, really tune in, okay? Really, like, this is basically, if you really like, this is a horrible thing for a YouTuber to say, but I know y'all fuck with me so much that you're not going to click off, but you could click off after this after this sentence, because it's literally just you stopping limiting yourself. You limit yourself. There's nobody else limiting you. You tell yourself no. You tell yourself, this is where I can't do, but that's above me. But who is saying that? Okay? Who is saying that? It's the I. It's the I saying that. The I is saying everything. People always ask me, Olivia, when people come on your live and you start saying all these things, why do you just say all those things? How do you just say all these things? Because it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I say. If they come to me and they say, damn, Olivia, I'm down bad. And I'm like, oh man, you know what? Oh yeah, your Mercury is in your 7th house, and that's why you down bad. You're going to be down bad for the next, okay, then cool. Now I just put that idea into their head for them to manifest that. Okay? Just as easily, I could be like, actually, no, it's not. Like, actually, it's not. Like, actually, you're getting exactly what you want. And then they're going to come tell me that. It doesn't matter, y'all. Okay? It don't matter. That's the thing. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. You can say, yeah, this is above me. Oh, yeah, but look at the evidence. Okay? Which maybe that should be number 2. You have to be able to stop identifying with evidence. Okay? You have to be able to identify yourself beyond evidence. Okay? As long as you keep identifying yourself with the evidence, you're going to continue to express like the evidence. You cannot look at 3D and say, well, look, 3D says that I'm limited, so I'm limited. Okay, well then I guess 3D is the boss of you. Is 3D the boss of you? Ask yourself right now, is 3D the boss of me? Okay. If 3D is not the boss of you and you're the boss of you, then what do you say? A lot of times with the God state, you guys, it's continuously asserting yourself and knowing yourself as above all things. Okay? As above it. Something can assert itself to a muggle, and the muggle is going to lay down. Okay? But if it asserts itself to one of us, then we don't have to accept it, because we know we don't have to accept it. Just because 3D did what it did or does what it does or look what it looked like doesn't mean you have to accept it. And that's the problem, y'all. Y'all keep giving 3D so much power instead of, what do I accept though? Instead of self. What do I accept? Do I accept that though? Right? Do I accept, am I in agreement with that? It's like I said, 3D will extend the hand like you're not getting what you want. Right? And you can be like, yeah, because that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So I'm not getting what I want. Who came in agreement? You got to understand that this part, right? It's not just this. This is 3D doing what it does. But this is what makes it real for you, is your agreement with that, your identification with that. Okay? Know yourself beyond 3D. Well, how do I do that? You got to know that imagination creates. Okay? A lot of the questions that I got from the Patreon were basically circumstances, right? Circumstance, but this circumstance is like this, and that circumstance is like that. And what do I do when the circumstance is looking like this and like that, right? And the thing is, no matter what, you must find time and space to give attention to what you want, to imagine what you want. It don't matter what way that you do that. Okay. My suggestion is for you to do SATs. Okay. Especially if it's something that's really, bothering you or whatever. SATs is a great one. Okay. Affirmations are a great one. Scripting is a great one. I like SATs because SATs for me is very, very powerful. Thank you, Natoya, my beautiful angel. SATs is very powerful, right? Affirmations, I like affirmations because they're very easy to do. Anybody can affirm, okay? I like inner conversations. I've been playing with inner conversations lately, and I like those because they're very low maintenance and also very powerful. Inner conversations are very powerful in getting you into the wish fulfilled, getting you into the feeling. It's very powerful for you to feel it real from an inner conversation, okay? And the thing is too, y'all, is that you're having inner conversations anyways. So it's actually a great way for you to practice disciplining your mind, okay? Which, let me pause right here. Y'all got to get the belt out on yourself, okay? I'm serious, y'all. Stop gentle parenting. Sometimes you can gentle parent yourself, okay? Because I am a firm believer in compassion. You need compassion, right? Sometimes you need a little, oh, baby, it's going to be okay. I know it was a hard day. Okay. Sometimes you need a little, all right? You need a little pow pow. You need a little, no, this is what it is. Stop letting your mind run you, okay? Stop letting your mind run you. That's the difference between a mystic and a muggle. The muggle is run by their mind, okay? Your mind is so impressionable, you guys. Your mind is so impressionable. You think that if you're not influencing your mind, it's just uninfluenced? No, it's being influenced by the world, okay? By collective consciousness, which is some bullshit. All right. So you have to be just like, it is just like a kid. You know what I'm saying? You think if you don't teach your kid anything, they're not going to learn anything? No, they just going to learn from all their little buddies at school and all the little stuff on TV and all the stuff in their music and Roblox and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're going to learn, but you have to be the one to instill in them truth, right? Discipline. And you have to discipline them to keep them on that truth. If they come home and say, hey, little Timmy said that we should draw butts on the whiteboard, so I drew butts on the whiteboard, you're not going to be like, yeah, I guess little Timmy, I guess if he says it, then it's fine. No, you're going to say, hey, we don't draw butts on the whiteboard, okay? It doesn't matter what little Timmy says. Little Timmy is 3D. Little Timmy is the race mind, collective consciousness, all circumstances. Just because they said that doesn't mean that you just lie down to that. Oh yeah, sure, I guess that's what we're doing. No, you redirect. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You keep redirecting. This is what they mean when they say forgive 70 times 7, right? 77 times 7. However many times, it's not really specifically that. However many times it takes for you to correct your wrong thinking, right? However many times it takes for you to correct your off track, your identification with illusion, your identification with limitation, okay? Something else, I wrote notes, but I guess I'm freestyling it. Something else is awareness, okay? This is huge, you guys. You need to be aware of yourself. You need to be aware when you're laying down, okay? When you're laying down. I'm so silly, I know. That's just what comes to my mind. But you need to be aware when you're saying, damn, I have this health condition. And you know what? I've had this health condition. So this is probably just what it's going to be. And you know what? People in my bloodline have had this. And you know what? I'm about that age where this starts showing its symptoms. And you know what? Yada, yada, yada. I did used to eat Tyson Dino Nuggets. And they said Tyson Dino Nuggets have hormones in them. And that's probably why I'm fucked up now. Okay, second cause. All right, you need to be aware when you're putting power outside of something that's not your imagination. Okay, you need to be aware when you're giving a cause to something else that's outside of your imagination. And y'all, this is why, like, we talked about like tarot and things like that. It's nothing wrong with you doing any of that. It's nothing wrong with you doing crystals. It's nothing wrong with you having your rituals. It's just, do not believe that that's the cause, though. Understand that every single thing is what you put energy into. It's what you put faith into. Okay, it's what you decide that it is. All right, so be wary of giving second causes to things, because as you do, right, as you give a second cause to things, you're not going to know who has the authority. This is why y'all keep arguing with 3D and arguing with the second cause and questioning, but can I really do this? And can I really have that? Because you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, 1 foot in the world story and 1 foot in the God story. And so you're going to question, right? This is where they say a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, because where do you know? Is it, who's going to heal me? Is it God, or am I just doomed because this is what's in my bloodline, or this is what I've been dealing with, or this is what it looks like, or this is what reality says it has to be like because I'm this age, or because whatever the fuck. You see what I'm saying? Like, as long as there can be a second cause, you're never going to know when the second cause is, or what if it's you that has the authority, or if it's the second cause that has authority. The answer is you have the authority. The answer is always that. When you start thinking, but what about this and what about that? Understand, as soon as you start looking out there, you're far away from where you need to be, because the cause is always here. It's always here. So if you know that it's always here, right? If the cause is always here, then the best thing that you can do is direct your attention, right? The best thing that you can do is direct your attention. So if the cause is here, then you have the authority, okay? You have the authority. If the cause is out there, well, then you have to wait for those things to change, right? But you always have the authority, you guys. You have so much authority that you can give your authority away. And that's really all the God state is stopping doing that. Okay? You already have the authority, just don't give it away. All right? Stop and understand and recognize it. Like I said, awareness. Be aware of yourself when you're doing that. Be aware, not in a, oh man, see, I can't get this God state stuff right. And oh my God, no. Oh, wow. I guess in this moment, I'm thinking that 3D is the boss of me. I guess in this moment, I'm accepting that this circumstance or this 3D thing or whatever is supreme to me. And I know that's not true. I know that's not true. And even if I can't feel that, even if I don't feel powerful to it, even if I still feel like it is or whatever, I know that an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Okay? So I know that imagining creates. So if I keep imagining, even in face of the doubt, in face of the fear, in face of the circumstance, in face of the past, in face of the limitation that I'm currently believing in, if I keep imagining my end, that's what's going to happen, because this world is nothing but my imagination pushed out. It's nothing but that, which is another thing, honestly, for you guys to accept, that this is nothing but your dream. Okay? It's nothing but nothing's going on outside of your imagination. When you're dreaming at night, there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on outside of your mind. There's a body. You're in a body. There's a whole world. There's strangers. There's places. You can even fucking get in a rocking ship and go to the moon in your dream, but you're still in your mind. You haven't left your mind. It's all being done by your mind. You see what I'm saying? So for you to look to the dream for the power is backwards, right? It's backwards. The power doesn't leave you. You can't do anything about the dream has no power. It's all contained within the power, which is you. Okay? All right. Assert yourself. Okay? Assert yourself. Stop. Oh my God, name twin. What the fuck is up? But assert yourself, okay? Like, this is the thing, you guys. When reality tells you something, and I said this earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. Whatever the circumstance is, okay, assert yourself to it. Decide. Just because it is what it is, you don't have to say, oh, wow, it is what it is, so I accept it. No, you get to decide, well, I'm God of my reality, and I don't accept that, so it's like this now. It's like this now. One of my favorite words is, that can't be true. If I'm seeing something in my 3D like that I don't like or that I don't want, I'm incredulous. I'm like, wow, that just literally can't be true. Like, because I said this. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I said. So it doesn't matter. I'm not waiting on 3D to bow to me. I'm forcing it to. And I don't mean forcing in a forceful way. I'm not giving it another choice. It's not another option for you to bow to me or not. You will. Okay? You have. There's no other option. There's no like, oh, would you please? Could you please? No, that's what it's going to be, period. Whether it's now or now, it's going to be that. So, and I'm going to keep assuming that until it is, period. Okay? Okay, assert yourself. All right. Keep proving it to yourself. Practice every day, you guys. Okay. Practice manifesting every single freaking day. I don't care. All right. Every day. There's things for you to manifest every single day. Just practice because it builds your faith in the mind reality connection. This is one of the best things you can do as a manifester is build your connection between your mind and your reality. Build your faith in the connection between your mind and your reality. The more that you see that, damn, every time I declare something, it happens, you will start to assume that in higher and higher things, okay? You will start to see in the situation that you thought was above you, you're going to realize, like, when you look at the score, like, damn, I mean, not really much is above me. Everything that I assert myself to bends to me. So what makes this different? It's not. And then you'll assert yourself to that too. And then it'll bend to you too. And then you'll go higher. Okay. Keep proving it to yourself though. All right. Stop. Like, I don't want to say stop, but focus on just manifesting lots of things. It doesn't need to be, and it's better if it's things that don't matter because they manifest quicker. Okay. Like you can still manifest the things that matter to you, but practice manifesting things that don't matter. If somebody tells you, I don't know, a friend is like, oh, I want to hang out. And you like, damn, I don't really want to hang out. And I told her yes already. Well, manifest she's going to cancel. She'll cancel. She'll cancel. Okay. And then like, you'll be like, damn, wow, that's crazy. Just keep doing it. Okay. You're going, I don't know, you're going to your boyfriend's house. You want him to cook you dinner, right? I did this one time. I wanted my boyfriend or my fiance now, but he was my boyfriend back then. He would never bring us food, right? Because he doesn't think about food. Like I have to tell him to like, hey, make sure you eat. Like food just doesn't cross his mind. But so I'm always the one that like, brings food or whatever. And so I thought to myself, he's going to bring food today. Why? Not because it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? If he brings food, great. If he does it, great. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to see it happen. I wanted to command my reality and see it happen. And he brought food. You know what I'm saying? Like just do it all the time. I do it all like y'all, honestly, I'm always manifesting. Okay. I'm always deciding how's it going to go? How's it going to be? What's it going to be like? Do I want to do that thing? No, then I'm not doing it. I'll decide. So somebody will come tell me, hey, Olivia, I want you to do so. If I don't want to do that in my mind, I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't have to say anything to them. I just say in my mind, no, I'm not. And they'll come back to me and be like, no, never mind. It's already done. Yes, because I don't want to do it. All right. So how do you be this version of self? Okay. Understand that there are infinite versions of you. So something else like that's helpful as far as like detaching is detaching from the version of self that you've been or that you feel like you are. Like, yeah, you might be like that, right? But that's one version of you, okay? That's one version out of infinity, okay? Infinite versions of you. when you are less attached to a story, when you can see that what you're living, what you're experiencing, your personality, right? All of these things are just a story. They're not fundamentally true. You see what I'm saying? It's not nothing is really fundamentally true except that you're God. All right? But it's not fundamentally true. It's a story that you've been telling and living. That's it. And so, and this is the same thing with other people. It's a story that you've been telling and living. That's it. That's not nobody. You're not really anything. You're not really this or that. You're everything all at once. You're everything everywhere all at once. Which is a good movie to watch. It kind of talks about this. But you're everything. When you really identify, and here's the thing, right? And you're like, but everything, I don't get that. I can't wrap my head around that. Okay, fine. Don't wrap your head around it. Just ask yourself, well, what if I was? What if there were infinite versions of me? What would the version of me who knows themselves as God, how would he look at this circumstance? How would she or he go about manifesting what they want? Right? There's infinite versions, okay? What if I didn't have to continue to believe that I'm this version just because that's who I've been? All right? You don't have to believe that you're just this version. Oh, but this is hard for me. Stop telling that story, y'all. Listen to me. Stop telling the old story. Stop talking about how hard it is. Oh, hard out here for a pimp. Okay, is that what you want? Because the more that you focus on that, and here's the thing, y'all, I know, because again, the ego mind is like, oh yeah, it's so beneficial for you to tell everybody how hard it is and how it's this and that and how you've been struggling for, oh, this and that. It's beneficial. Is it? Is it? Because when we know that our attention is currency, is it really beneficial? It's not. It's actually not beneficial at fucking all. Especially if you've gotten it off your chest. It's only so much getting it off your chest you could do, bruh, before you're just literally spinning around in the circumstance. Let go. It's not serving you. You really want to be your God self? You want to manifest like God? Stop identifying as a victim. Stop identifying as a limited person. Stop identifying with struggle. You can be in struggle and stop identifying with it. You can be in struggle and say, you know what? This is the last time, month, day, hour, moment that I'm experiencing struggle because that's no longer who I am. You can do that. You must do that. Okay? What if I were God, though? What if I were God? And what if there was no time? Okay, this is what helps you shift instantaneously, because what happens is the what if and oh my God, okay, my God self and infinite versions. How though? How do I become that though? Isn't there a process? And how many days? Is it 21? The moment is just now. Is you is or is you ain't? Is you is or is you ain't? That's really the question now, all the time. You get to answer it. Not 3D, not your past, not anything else except you get to answer. Am I God or am I not? Now, there's no time. So there's actually not a process for me to become my God self. It's actually who I am beneath all these limitations that I keep identifying with, that I'm deciding now and knowing now I don't have to continue to identify with. So right now is actually the opportunity, the perfect opportunity right here on this live with all this powerful energy stirred up. Right now is the opportunity for me to step out of limitation and into limitlessness and into my Godhood and into my God identity. And it's not for me to sit there and wait in the doorway and the threshold to say, well, yeah, all I need is something to pop up. Then I can do it, because that's why you always in the doorway, right? Your experience of God comes after your assumption of God. It comes after, seek first the kingdom of heaven, right? Seek first the kingdom of heaven and all the things are added on to you. You want the things so that you can go through the kingdom of heaven. You think that the ticket to the kingdom of heaven is a whole bunch of shit. You like, I need about 4 big screens, about three luxury cars. If it ain't foreign, it's boring. I need about 7 SPs. And then I'll bring all those things and I'll be worthy to walk through. I'll be worthy to get into the kingdom of God then. But you don't understand that those things don't mean shit. Those things have no meaning. That you can't add on to what you are. That's the thing, y'all. You can't add on to what you are. That's the thing. That's why this isn't a how to become God, because you are. It's more of how to stop being a muggle. That's really what it is. Stop identifying with limitations. Stop identifying with victimhood. Stop laying down to circumstances. Stop laying down to them. You want to come above it? Stop laying down. Get up then. That's it. Or lay down. But don't be mad at us because you laid down. You on the floor laid down like, guys, look at me. Oh, the circumstance is more powerful than me. I hate it here. And I'm like, yo, you could stand up because of the power that you have. But look, I'm already off the ground. I mean, okay. That's on you. You decided that. We can't yank you up. You got to get up. You the operant power. Some of us are comfortable on the ground. You made it really comfortable down there. You got a sleeping bag, a Tempur-Pedic pillow. You got a cup that says, help me, I'm poor. It's real comfortable down there. I promise you it's more comfortable in your God state. Let go of limitation. Let go of, oh, I have to. I have to. There's not shit you have to do. Anything that's making you feel like I have to do this, you're not in the God state. Ain't no have to do. Ain't no have to. Oh, I don't have this thing though. Okay, that's not the God state because you have everything already. If you can maintain the awareness in the state that everything is already mine. Everything's already mine. Wow, isn't it wonderful? Damn, I don't have to do anything. Everything I want is already mine, and anything that I want that I don't have is appearing to me right now. Because that's the only way that it can be. I live in the wish fulfilled. That's the land that I live in. I moved out of Tringsville. I didn't even pack my shit. I left all my shit over there in Tringsville so I could get brand new stuff. Okay? All right, last but not least, and I'm gonna read your comments, is to read and meditate, okay? Y'all, listen to me. Listen. Raise your state of awareness, okay? Raise your state of consciousness. The state of consciousness that you're in directly correlates with your experience, okay? But especially when it comes to knowing yourself as God, all right? Now, all of you here, if you are picking up anything that I'm putting down in this live, you're already in a higher state of consciousness than most people. Okay, what that means when we say a state of consciousness, okay, it's a level of awareness. How behind the veil are you? How woke are you, right? How awake are you out of the human dream? Someone that is completely in the human dream, hearing this, they're like, this lady is in spiritual psychosis. All these people are in spiritual psychosis. All of that is fake. Our only hope is Trump having a spiritual awakening and being a good president. And that's the only way things are going to get better for us. They're in a certain level of consciousness. None of this is even going to compute to them. Okay, you see what I'm saying? When people come in here, they're like, what are you talking about? Oh, it was word salad, because the level of consciousness that they're in cannot compute even what I'm saying. Okay, it literally sounds like words thrown together in a sentence. All right, you're at a level of consciousness where you can understand this. Right? You're at a level of consciousness where you can understand it. But trust me when I say there's higher levels of consciousness to come into. Okay. The problem is that a lot of people in the law of assumption and in manifestation communities in general are so focused on looking for fulfillment in things that they never look to consciousness. So they stay at this level of consciousness, which is cool. It's like a 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And it's like, oh, please, get, lack, need, desperation. And all of those things are very far from the God state. But you stay there because you're convinced that, well, my fulfillment is in this thing. So my problem is that I don't have this thing. Once I get this thing, I'll be fine. Right? Now, some of us stay there. Some of you get there and you realize either through struggle and not getting what you want or getting everything that you want and still feeling that void, damn, I guess there's more. And then there's higher states of consciousness, knowing yourself as God, knowing yourself as one with everything, right? And getting to those higher states of consciousness, reading books, y'all, okay? Listen to me. Books have information that YouTube and Google do not have, okay? They do not have. I promise you. Reading 1 page of Neville is more than listening to 10 videos of 10 different freaking law of assumption teachers. 1 page, I swear to you, okay? Joseph Murphy is a really good one for you guys to read too. If Neville is too much for you, Joseph Murphy teaches the law of assumption as well and teaches from the Bible in a more digestible way, okay? But read books. It doesn't matter what it is. See what you're guided to. Meditate. This is your direct connection with experiencing yourself as consciousness, experiencing yourself beyond the body. You're so identified with the body and the avatar and the self. And that's why you're stuck in the story, because you really think this is who you are. When people die, You guys should look into near-death experiences. But when people die and they leave their body, they say, a lot of them, they look at their body and they say, wow, I can't believe I thought that was me. They're like, I can't believe I thought that meat suit was me, because it's not you. It's a form. It's an avatar. It's something that you're riding for this ride of Earth. Okay, so you're not really it. What you are is so beyond that. You see what I'm saying? But you can know that mentally while being in the body, though. That's Jesus Christ. That's Christ consciousness, is knowing yourself so fully beyond the body, identifying fully with the God while you're in the body, instead of waiting till you die to look at yourself and say, damn, can't believe I thought that was me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Let me read some of your comments. Thank you for the gift. Beautiful. Now I'm observing my thoughts and seeing how my mind was fucking with me, making me think about him in a bad way, and seeing myself as not good enough by constantly comparing myself. So now I stopped doing that. That's very good. Very good. Yes. When it comes to other people, we like to think of them negatively because that means we're safe. Okay. A lot of what when your ego mind is accepting bullshit, it's because it believes it's safer for you to believe that. It's safer for you to believe that your SP is a piece of shit so that they can't disappoint you. Okay, so you can know that they're a piece of shit. You can be prepared for them to be a piece of shit. And then when they're a piece of shit, you're not gonna be scared. Or you're not gonna be that sad. You won't be that let down. And so it's like, yeah, let's just know that he's terrible. And let's focus on it and talk about it and know it. And see which of these qualities match up with him. What kind of sociopath is he? Seriously. But your attention is creative, though, because everything, just like you, all these people, y'all, they're not fixed. They're not fixed. They're an expression. That's one version of them, right? That's one version of them. There's infinite versions of them. Aww. Olivia is my new favorite YouTuber. She has this energy and mentality and mentally walks you out of 3D BS and makes you know your power. Thank you. That's so beautiful. I love that niche. H, how do you sats in lullaby version? Saying affirmation until sleep. Yes, you can pick like one phrase and just repeat it to yourself. Like, isn't it wonderful? It can even be something like, everything in my life is perfect. I always get what I want. I manifest instantly. Whatever it is that you want to say. Okay. I love inner conversations. It amplifies my delusions. Well, if a fool would persist in their folly, they would become wise. Yes, when she says, don't accept the 3D even when it looks unbelievable, bro, listen, because it shifts so fast, it'll surprise you. Yes, because the 3D is not fixed, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's like a stage. It's like a stage. It's like a play. Y'all know how like when they're doing plays and they do set change, it's just like that. But you're the director and you're like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this set. God, how long is there going to be freaking glaciers on the set? Dude, you the one that calls cut. You're the one that says, okay, set change. Call the set change. They're going to do it. They don't have no choice. They work for you. Okay? Yes, it all clicked on the new moon. I aligned with my God state. I realized how many times I poured into someone else's God state, but not my own. Yes. I pushed away a bunch of sicknesses with my mind. I'm a mama. I ain't got time for being sick. Listen, that's it. That's real, y'all. For me, when it came to health, it was because I didn't have money. There was no doctor. I didn't have $40 to go to the damn urgent care. So it was either suffer or manifest it. And, you know, they asked me in my last live for members, do you think that you should have gratitude for the chaos, gratitude for the suffering? And, you know, I said, sort of, like, I don't want to glorify struggle, but those moments when you have nothing else to depend on are the moments where you have to use your power. You have to. And then it shows you, it shocks you because it works. And you're like, oh shit. Well, if I could do it to that, then I can do it to these things too. Okay. And when I see something I don't like, I'm like, that's my fault. And I did that. And now I'm not paying it any attention anymore. And I feel great. And boom, SP texted and called. It's crazy how fast it works. I love that. I kid you not. I did a tarot reading and the reading showed delays. And I was like, nope, it's here. I refuse this. And in a few hours, the same day, things turned. Period. Nush. Listen, y'all, okay? This is the thing when it comes to tarot and everything, okay? It's like I said, yes, tarot, I believe that there are very talented tarot readers out there that are correctly reading whatever path that you're on in that moment, but there's infinite moments and infinite versions and infinite paths. You see what I'm saying? So now if you decide, if you get a reading and somebody says, there's delays, this isn't happening for you, then you, like, if you accept that, once again, this is the hand being extended. Oh, this is what it is. I don't think that's happening for you. If you say yes, then you say yes. You said yes, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, you came into agreement with that. You don't have to agree. Whatever you lay down to, then it's over you because you laid down to it. If you assert yourself above it, then you're above it because you said so. You're above what you're above. You're above what you say you're above. And you're beneath what you say you're beneath. Okay? You're beneath what you accept that you're beneath. And it doesn't matter, y'all. Here's the thing, too. Because somebody asked me, what about the void, right? What about when you're manifesting, you're doing the things and you're not seeing any movement? Keep persisting, okay? It doesn't matter. Stop looking for movement. And I'll say, with this, I say, check your inner state. Are you really, truly feeling like this is mine? I'm identified as the person who has it. Or are you still seeing it as something that it's out there, it's not mine, or there's still blockages, or I don't know. If you're still feeling like iffy about it internally, then it might be worth it for you to look into core beliefs, or is there something behind my assumptions that I haven't addressed that's blocking me off, right? But if you're feeling good about it and you're knowing that in your mind, that's the dominant story that you're telling, keep persisting. Okay? Don't worry about what it looks like. Keep persisting. Another little trick for that too, and trick for the health as well. Revise. Revise your day as though you received what you wanted. Revise your day as though you woke up and you didn't have the health issue anymore. Revise it as if, whatever, you're in the void of the thing you're manifesting. Nope, yesterday you received it. Even script it. Oh my God, today I got whatever the fuck. Like, just keep persisting what you want. Okay? Always keep persisting. My payment brought my account negative as of today, yesterday night. How not to panic and change that situation completely? I would say affirm something like your account's never in the negative. And even since you spent money, just say that, oh yeah, like make the assumption that everything you spend comes back to you multiplied. So start getting into start expecting money. Learn how to expect money on command, you guys. Learn how to start expecting on command, expecting what you want. Okay? Not from now on. When I have opposite thoughts, I'm going to be like, nah, we don't draw butts on the whiteboard. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. I took my son to the fair, and after we walked in, I was like, I want to let him ride the rides free. Some random guy starts saying, excuse me, and runs towards us with hella tickets to ride free. I love that. It's funny because today I was in line at Aldi, and the line was the line wasn't super long, but the people in front of me had a whole, their carts were full. One line was open. I had one item, and I was like, damn, why do I gotta wait behind these people? I only got one item. Their whole cart is full. And then I was like, well, I don't have to wait. And I really want to walk y'all through this process, okay? Because I was like, I'm just gonna say that another line is open now. Another line is open. There was no, y'all, I didn't even see any other employees, okay? I didn't see anything in 3D to tell me that another line would be open. I just was like, another line is open now. Y'all, within a few seconds, the lady with the fullest cart, because there was a couple in front of me, they also had like one or two things. The lady in front of me with the full cart starts going over to the side. I don't even know where she's going because I'm like, she's getting out of line, like with all her stuff. And I was like, well, that solves my problem. But I'm looking, I don't even see any other employees. I'm like, where is she going? Like, where is she putting her cart? She apparently somebody pop up out of nowhere because I swear to you, I did not see this person walk up there. I didn't see the person come from anywhere. I didn't even see nobody else around, y'all. All of a sudden, it's another person checking her out all the way down there. Like, this is what I'm saying, you guys. I could have looked and said, and I did, to be honest, you guys, when I said another line is opening, I looked around. There's nobody here. Who is going to man the line? What's going to happen? I don't know. All I'm going to say is another line is opening because I know that I'm the operant power. And so another line open. And if whoever needs to come off break or needs to come from stocking or needs to do whatever to make that be true, they're going to do that. Oh my gosh. I like that. I'm the operant power. None of this is real. It's all from my mind. That little mantra has kept me sane. I love that. I really manifested something you couldn't just see happening in the 24-hour manifestation challenge. I love that. Congratulations, Ty. Yes, there's so many wins through the days. It feels amazing. I love that. Wonderful. Oh, the post that I did earlier. Yes, I will talk about that. Let me look. Okay. So, okay, the post earlier, I had asked God why is the SP manifestation the thing that brings most people into the law of assumption? And God, his answer was perfect love casts out fear, right? I made this in a post earlier. But basically that our love for somebody puts us in a position to unknow illusion. Like when you have an SP who maybe hadn't showed up correctly or hasn't treated you right or hasn't been what you want, but you love them so intensely that you're willing to basically forget that. Forget that, to re-know them as something else, even to re-know yourself as something else, to know yourself as God, to let go of illusion in others, right? And in yourself. So it's something that pushes you because nobody, I probably will never do a self-love course, you guys, because nobody cares. Nobody sits there and says, how do I love myself? How do I know myself as God? These are not things that drive us, that motivate us. The things that drive us or motivate us, the things that have you up at 2 a.m. is, when am I going to be with the love of my life? How do I get the person that I love to love me back? And those questions send you on a journey of self-discovery. And when I say self-discovery, I mean lowercase s, but capital S. You go on the journey to discover yourself as God. One of the miracles that I interpreted from Jesus, he was casting out a demon, and Jesus was like, prayer is the only thing that can save these type of things. And when it comes to whoever it is, when it comes to the SP manifestation, the only thing that can save you or save this person is the re-identification of yourself in this person. It's the only thing. All you can do is identify closer with yourself as God, closer with yourself as love, as wholeness, as completion, as deserving, as worthiness. Like, a lot of the gap between a muggle and knowing yourself as God, a lot of that gap is worthiness and value. It's hard for you to know yourself as God when you don't even see yourself as a valuable being or as worthy of simple earthly desires. Okay? So those are some of the things that you first want to take on. When you're seeing yourself as half a person, right? Or missing or incomplete or whatever, I have to have this person is going to fill my void. And you realize that actually the key to getting that person is knowing wholeness within yourself, right? Oneness within yourself, oneness with everything. Like, think about, a lot of us did come here from SP manifestation, and think about what it's brought to you, the knowledge of yourself as God. There's nothing that means more to people than love. Nothing. Nothing but them being loved and being accepted. For some people, it's money, no lie. But for most people, it's love. It's the thing that makes us dive deep into ourselves to find God there in the first place. It's kind of the little thing that it's like a carrot on a stick. Like, come get this. Or like, I told you guys, like James, like, ooh, piece of candy. Like, ooh, SV. Ooh, this. Ooh, that. And it's just leading you to your God self, to recognize yourself as the operant power. Okay. Yes. OMG. I had to stop telling myself I'm manifesting. I'm just bringing it to me. How else could it go for a queen? Period. I can't. Okay. What's the best way to meditate? If you're new, I suggest just searching whatever topic it is that you want to meditate with, and do a guided meditation. But it's different for everybody. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, thank you guys. I'm just trying to make sure there's no more comments, guys. Thank you all for the compliments. You guys are so sweet. They always say you're so close to your desires every day. So close and never there, bruh. I experienced that for years. I used to have the feeling like, oh my God, it's so close. And then it'd be a year later and I'd be like, wait, I feel the same. Because you're in the close reality. Tryingsville. Can we manifest appearance changes overnight? Yes, you can. I suggest subliminals for that. Because subliminals bypass the logical mind. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm about to go. I'm sending you all infinite love. If you guys would like to join next month's group coaching, it's going to be for SP. It's going to be Light of Love, but it's going to be revamped. So yes, I would love to have you guys in that. There's links in the description for that. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can also do that. Links in the description for that as well. Other than that, I'm intending that this prospers you immensely. I'm intending that you fully know yourself as God. Just step into the assumption, you guys. Assume it. What if I were? Don't wait. Assume. Don't wait. Appropriate. Don't wait. Appropriate. Okay? So, oh, Moni, I'm sorry for your loss. Just know your mom is still with you, still watching you, still loving you, still aware of you, and definitely cheering you on in the ethers for sure. So I love you guys so much, intending it prospers you immensely, and I will see you guys in a video soon.